I'm Jason with the All Things Open team. We're here with KK. We're going to talk about Kubernetes, emerging tech, DevOps, and a whole bunch more. Welcome to the We Love Open Source studio. Please introduce yourself to the All Things Open community.
First of all, thank you so much, Jason. We go way back, and I'm really happy to see you here again. My name is Kedar Kulkarni, and I'm a senior DevOps architect at Apple. Whatever I'm going to say today is my personal opinion, not representing Apple or anything that they do.
Perfect. Well, we're just going to keep it a little high level. We won't talk about product, but I want to talk about some technology that you have some expertise in. Mm-hmm. What are some of the existing technologies that are critical for AI to succeed?
I think I've read some blog posts about like how people are using Kubernetes to orchestrate their model training, and Kubernetes being around for more than 10 years now. We're celebrating over a decade of Kubernetes. I think that is one of the most important technologies that people could use because it scales very seamlessly. You can add nodes to manage your workflows and training requirements and whatnot. I don't do much of that myself, but I feel that based on whatever my observations are for the Kubernetes, it is a great fit for the AI technology.
Yep. So there's a lot of discussion about AI's role in development. Do you think AI will replace developers?
That's a question that I kind of addressed in my morning presentation, but here's what I think, right? Like, whenever you try to really get something done with AI agents as they are today, and this might be outdated a week from now, who knows? But if you try to do something really complicated, something that requires a large context, something that requires some specialized experience and knowledge, like if I were to talk about infrastructure and DevOps, we are also developing tools and software for DevOps, right? And those things, it sometimes arrives at a point where it can no longer actually perform the task you want. It starts going in circles, and that's where you need to do your critical thinking to get it out of there and proceed further to the next step of the development. So I do not think AI replacing humans is the quite correct way to think of this thing. In my presentation, I say AI knowledge plus human experience is equal to infinite possibilities. That's what I truly believe in.
That's a cool formula. I love it.
Yeah.
How do you see AI altering the concepts of DevOps?
I don't think it is quite altering the concepts of DevOps itself. The foundation's still going to be there. You're still going to have networking to deal with. You still have the switches. You still have the compute. You have all the layers that always existed. What it's going to alter is the software delivery that you do as a DevOps engineer, as you try to roll out new deployments, as you're trying to troubleshoot existing deployments, when you get observability alerts and whatnot. In every aspect of that chain, from day 0 to day 2 operations, everything can be assisted and augmented with AI. That's where AI, I think, comes in right now.
Perfect. Outside of AI, what other existing technology should we be talking about?
I think we need to really focus on how we build and deliver software. Not quite technology, but the architecture of software, right? We went from monoliths to microservices. There have been some blogs where I've read that people are moving back from microservices to monoliths. And these things are still relevant. You're still building software or agents, or whatever you're building and deploying. It still needs some architecture and thinking. So vibe coding might be cool, but you need to put thought into that architecture first before you get good scalable results. And I think that's what's missing from the conversations.
Got it. I'm going to change gears a little bit. Do you have any new tools that you've been using to boost your own productivity?
I have personally used like Aider, Cline, Roo Code. These are like some of the open source tools that you can use with any models you want, right? And try to generate some code, some vibe coding per se. And it is quite interesting how they can get tasks done. But as I alluded to earlier, right? Like it can get simpler tasks done. It can help you generate boilerplates. It can help you write some code, but you need to aid that with your thinking. If you mindlessly just give it a large task, it may not really help. But it does boost my productivity because there are times when I'm trying to fix configuration issues. And if that's the case, with one of the tools, I can just bring in the issue, mention that issues are usually the small misconfiguration issues are something that you can mention to the AI code in the VS Code with these tools. And it's actually able to fix those quickly for me. So my context switching toil is reduced. I'm able to get something done within an hour instead of a day. And that's the boost in productivity I think is the most valuable for my day job.
Love hearing it. Love it. Do you have a tip, a best practice, or any career advice that you could share with the All Things Open community?
I think open source and the community is something where a lot is happening always. It has been before AI as well, and even in the AI space, there's Hugging Face, which has a bunch of open source models. So make sure that you follow open source community. Come to this conference. This is a great conference we have been having for 13 years now, I think. And even with the AI, your experience, your knowledge needs to be there for that critical thinking, as I keep saying. And so if you're new, if you're learning a new technology, you still want to invest some time to understand. Like, you don't need to probably know every part of the Java syntax, for example, right? Because AI can do that for you. But you still need to have the mental framework to actually let AI write that code for you and be able to read and understand what's going on. Then only you can deliver what you're trying to deliver.
Great. All right. KK, are you ready for the hot fix minute?
Yeah?
Don't overthink
Shoot.
it. It'll be fun.
Okay.
Linux, Mac, or Windows?
Linux on servers, Mac on personal Windows, I'm not too sure.
Books, movies, or podcasts?
Movies and podcasts.
Pizza, salad, or tacos?
Tacos.
Perfect. Rock, country, or hip hop?
None of the above.
Star Wars, Star Trek, or stargazing?
Stargazing.
Android or iPhone?
I mean, I gotta say it, iPhone.
ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini?
I cannot comment on that.
The future of AI is helper bots or a robot takeover?
Helper bots, obviously. I think human in the loop is extremely necessary. And you just let the autonomous AI deploy your production and maintain it for you. I think we are not there just yet. And even if we were, we are running critical services like flights that I'm going to take this afternoon, or healthcare, finance, where we are keeping our money. I don't want autonomy completely to take that over. We need somebody to watch what's going on.
Perfect. You survived the hot fix minute, KK. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. It was my pleasure to be here. Thank you, Jason.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.